Hi.
Hello.
See,
Testing.
You're there. Johnmark, say something.
Freemasons run the country.
You're there.
All right.
And you live right across from the creepy ass Freemason building.
Yeah, no,
That
dude.
Isn't there like not windows on this top?
Not
floor?
at all. And then there's the badass mural that's like painted in between that little crack in the wall there.
Mhm.
There's like a mural that goes along the firehouse.
Oh really?
Yeah. But
What is it?
I'm not
Can you
some
crawl
double
in there?
graffiti. Yeah,
Looks like
you
you
got
can.
like 2 feet in there where you can just look up, but the guy probably had to put his back against the wall and crawl up to get there. John Mark, you a conspiracy theorist, bud?
No, I mean, I do feel that, like, years ago, the Freemasons did have a lot of power, but their numbers have actually, like, really dwindled.
Yeah.
And they no longer have the
Shit, my fault.
financial nor.
And you, Miss Rebecca, do you believe in conspiracies at all?
To an extent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I
There
mean,
you go, pizza.
I guess they could exist.
Right. Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like probably 30% of all conspiracy theories are right, but I don't know which 30%.
Yeah, right. A lot of bullshit and a lot of it.
So it's like, maybe John F. Kennedy was just killed by one lone guy, and
Oh, see, I don't.
I think he's shot by
maybe-
2 people, right?
There you go.
maybe the chemtrails are just chemtrails and there's nothing to them, but maybe we actually never landed on the moon or something, like something random like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I believe 30% of conspiracy
I got what
theories,
you're
but I
saying.
don't want to tell you what 30% just in case.
John Mark, I
Just
feel
in
like
case
you should
they're
be like
listening.
wearing a monocle and a top hat at all
Yes.
times. And the mayor of Pueblo, Colorado walks on.
Whenever you call
I
me the
agree.
mayor, you remember the movie Do the Right Thing, Spike
Yeah,
Lee?
Spike Lee.
And that drunk asshole who's nice to everybody, they call him the mayor.
There's a cat in New Orleans that we would call the mayor of Iberville, and he was this kind of, he was definitely whacked out of his mind because he would puff paint and like do coke all the time. But he's about a 6'3" black guy that would wash your car if you parked it on the street named Iberville, which crossed Bourbon Street. And he would wash it, and when he was done washing it, he would scoop his hands down in baby powder, throw all the baby powder up in the air, clap his hands, and start praying. He was a kind of a whack job, but he would make sure if you parked your car there that it got washed.
Huh.
He was a kind of a wacky dude. But you're not a wacky dude, John.
Hey, I'm a little wacky.
You're down, dude. I know John
I'm like
Mark.
30% wacky.
I know Johnmark Wiley for years.
Well, we've known everyone in Pueblo for years, except Rebecca, you haven't been around for years. How long have you been here? You've been here for a
I've
long
been
time.
on Earth quite a while.
I've been on this.
Oh, whatever.
I've been on this.
A little
this
under
planet.
30 years.
A little under 8,000 years I've been on this planet. So I've been on your plane.
Are you from Pueblo?
Yeah, I am.
From the county?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
Rode a
you're.
tractor to school.
Did you really?
Yeah.
tractor.
That's pretty
No.
awesome. No. I was all gullible.
But that's what
I'm all in
people
it.
thought.
I do. I was in it. I was all about
Yeah. Rode a steer though.
it. I'm sure. No, I don't believe you at all. It's
Would have
okay.
been more fun.
And you're quite the activist here in Pueblo as well.
What do you mean?
Like
I'd rather
what?
be a hacktivist.
Ooh, see?
But
Do you know how to do shit like that?
I can't really say. Is this
Where's this? No, that's spectacular. That's where the real power lies.
I thought I was cool because
Really
I just
does.
learned how to download a movie illegally through quarantine.
Oh wow, you
There's
just figured
this-
that out.
And I was like, I know I'm cool. I know how to break into things. Not really though. I can
There's
download a
this
movie.
kid, I forgot his name, but he's still paying off for this Metallica album that he ripped off in like the late
You know.
90s.
Can we talk about how bullshit Metallica is right
I
now?
agree with you
It's a great
100%.
segue, yes.
They were awesome.
I like the first 4.5 albums, right up until the Black Album.
And
Like, if
Justice
they would have
for
all died in a plane crash, I would have a Metallica tattoo right now.
Right.
But they've won more money in like the last 20 years through lawsuits than they have selling their music.
Have they really?
Mm-hmm. They're
That's
suing
horrible.
people.
That's horrible.
I think that's what I'm gonna do, is come out with a really good album
Hmm.
and then just sue everybody.
That tries to hack it. That tries to download it. So
Some like 12-year-old kid.
whatever.
Yeah. That's
Fuck you,
poor.
12-year-old kid. We don't need you. We don't need your money.
All your milk money.
What do you like in this? You're very involved through. Gosh, I've seen you involved in like a.
I guess different nonprofits.
Yeah,
like
there
I'm
you
gonna
go,
be a celebrity bartender for. It's like the CFNI is having some kind of.
Awesome. Are you related through CFNI somehow?
What's that?
Are you related to CFNI somehow?
One of my friends works there
Sarah?
as an archivist. Yeah.
Sarah's the Kaylee?
Oh, does she really?
Mhm.
As an archivist?
Yeah.
I adore Sarah Zakeli. I just want to go on record for saying that. She's a wonderful archivist for the CFNI and for Pueblo, Colorado. She wrote a book called She Wrote a Book. And I know the title of the book. I don't have to look it up.
John Mark fell down.
The ghetto.
Sarah wrote a wonderful book called Mining Towns of Southern Colorado.
Get out of here.
And
Let me check that out.
I just happen to have
Did
that
she
in my...
sign it?
She did sign it, but it's personal. Don't read it. No, it just says just her name. Actually, they all signed it. It's 3 women who all work at CFNI, and they all signed it for me.
Does David Lee work there as well? Is that his name? I think there's some guy I know that's like.
I don't know.
He's recording like the stories of guys at CFNI.
Uh,
No matter how long they work there. It seems like everybody in Pueblo is related to CFNI through one way or the other
Yeah.
throughout their lives. It's a great little book. Man, I love seeing like successful people come out of Pueblo, Colorado.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of them.
Perfect segue. You were just talking about David Lee. David Lee Roth. Are you for David Lee Roth or against him?
100% for David Lee
All right.
Roth.
All right. What's your opinion there?
30%.
30%
For him.
For David.
Wait a minute, what the fuck? Is this even, like, are you, wait, who's the majority for?
The Freemasons.
Oh, alright, that's got nothing to do with the Hagar, like,
Sammy Hagar.
yeah, I'm alright with that, that's good.
Okay, so it was David Lee Roth, Sammy Hagar, and then there was briefly one of the lead singer of XTC was the lead singer of that band as well.
Of who?
Okay, so
STP?
XTC.
What band
Is that how it was pronounced, or was it ecstasy? That one of my songs.
We're talking about 2 different bands, I think.
No,
let me
it's
go-
spelled XTC, right?
Let me go to my
Where's the Google?
Nah. Never mind. I don't have the record.
It's okay, oh man, I wish I was more into records.
Yeah.
Right.
I just got my
For the
record
record.
hooked up.
Oh, there it is.
On the record.
Bum. That's 2 behind. We had a mouthful of gummy worms right now.
So, you're an activist. Are you for gay marriage in Colorado?
I don't think anyone should get married.
Oh,
But
that's the
especially
best goddamn answer I've ever heard. It's on record, guys. You heard it here from a female's mouth. Sorry.
I don't believe they should. Yeah, I mean, I think it just makes people limited and want to control other people. I mean, it's beautiful in theory, but it doesn't work out
It ends up being
majority of the time.
right.
But you're about to add a but, I felt.
No.
So no, just no one should get married. But if it is going to be legal, you
Then
know,
everyone should be able to get married.
everyone should be able to get
I
married.
agree, 100%. That's Jerry. In the last podcast, Jerry was saying how Pueblo was one of the counties that accepted gay marriage or not gay marriage because it's just civil unions now.
Yeah.
But it's been one of the counties that actually has been progressive enough to move that forward.
With New Jersey, the United States of America is now 1/3 of us are down with the gay marriage.
And how does Chris Christie even try to stop that?
Well, you know what's weird? I think there's always going to be states that are against it. I bet for like forever, Wyoming is like,
You'll
no.
never legalize it in a lot of the South. You won't legalize it like Kentucky, places like that.
More of the hillbilly states. But I think Colorado is kind of progressive. I'm surprised like it's gotten to 1/3 and we're not on the bandwagon yet.
I agree with you. I agree.
I mean,
well, recently,
weed
until
is legal.
2008, it was until 2008, Colorado was a red state, and
Yeah.
and once 2000, once Obama ran, we went from there. So maybe we could see the progressiveness move through that way. But definitely how New Jersey happened before us, that seems a little that's suspect, isn't it? What the fuck, Colorado Springs? I'm gonna blame that on you and focus on the family.
It would be Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Supposedly has the highest suicide rate in the
Yes.
country.
Well, the military as well there has a lot to do with that. I know the military suicide rate is like through the roof. Those guys have unfortunately had to do way too much and live with way too much.
Oh, there's an Astro right there.
This is cool.
There's a little Pi 10.
Pi 10. That's not a Pi 10. Anybody see a Pi 10?
No, it's what do you call it? That thing.
Okay.
That thing.
Right.
Butter dish. It's a butter dish.
Do you have butter often?
No, I've never had butter.
Ever?
Well, like in this apartment, I've never bought butter at the store.
Wasn't butter?
I love.
No, I think I have bought some butter, but it was like more like a tub of country crock. I've never purchased like a stick of butter.
Or you would leave a stick
I
of
don't
butter?
think they sell just sticks of butter.
Oh,
yes, they sell
stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's separate now.
No,
Okay,
there's some
they
old
were
people who
doing-
would stop eating, like they wouldn't know what to do.
My
Like,
parents.
I've
Are you-
churned butter.
You have what?
you churned
Churned
butter.
before, yeah.
That's awesome.
I did that in Boy Scouts, I think, when I was 12, maybe. Quit eating gummy worms.
You need to eat more gummy worms. That's the problem.
I'm a
Like giant gummy worms.
I'm a candy enthusiast just because I feel like I earn it from exercising so much. I enjoy.
What
That's
now?
how I was
Let's get a little
raised.
controversial here. What candies do you like?
All of them.
All of them?
Really,
I hate Milky Way.
What the fuck is your problem?
Uh-huh.
Really? No, I don't mean that in a bad way. Milky Way, I can understand because more people do Snickers and they set the standard in candy.
And Milky Way is kind of like a Snickers without nuts.
It is, and I like Milky Way for that.
And I could see that you know, I would expect you to like something
It's
that
probably
didn't have
not
nuts.
just the nuts that I'm not missing in the Milky Way. It's just a
There's-
shitty candy bar.
Do you like it?
Like, I enjoy Almond Joy.
What?
Do you like Mounds?
Yes.
Oh, well, then it's just not nuts. Then,
What?
Because that's,
You'll turn down a Milky Way, but you'll freely pick up a fucking Almond Joy. That is disgusting.
Absolutely.
That is wrong.
So were you like
I look
were you
down
like a
upon
candy snob?
like your level. Just right there.
Were
We're
you
kind
like
of eye level right now,
at what?
We are eye level right now.
I was gonna say she does look like a Johnmark Wiley that was in high school. Like you look like a younger version of a and a darker version of Johnmark Wiley. Well, not in a good
though.
way.
You look like an older version.
Oh,
I'll take it.
So
like
That's a
past,
compliment.
present, and future.
Right,
Yes.
there we go. See, you're the youngest.
this
I'll
is a
take the youngest.
podcast with past, present, and future
I'll take
Johnmark
it.
Wiley.
I saw
I
a
know
picture of
the-
George Clooney and like
Oh,
he
I'll
was
take
8th grade. You
And
need
he
to
was-
find it.
And
He
you what?
looks pretty funky
Does he really? Thank God,
Pretty
dude.
geeky.
I'm glad the dude's like that.
They're
I was
so-
geeky in high school.
for anybody.
Johnmark Wiley was still fucking the man in high school.
Ugh.
Got in a lot of trouble in high school, Johnmark Wiley.
I did. I got in a lot of trouble in high school.
We all did. It's a good. Wait, you were like an honor student.
One
Were you an
time
honor
I-
student?
No, I wasn't. But one time I talked to this girl that I had just befriended that moved to county. I convinced her to throw her sandwich at a game, and she hit the sandwich hit the vice principal in the face.
The vice
Hilarious.
principal?
When
Yeah,
did you graduate
she was
high school?
flinging it.
Now,
Which one?
it's funny you bring this up because Johnmark Wiley and I were in a drama class together. I believe it was like a Miss
Really?
Justice or something like that. Yeah, oh yeah.
That sounds a lot.
Quite the thespians, let me tell you.
We thessed out on each other all the time.
like hardcore too. Carl would get in the action too. He was in class one day. He had this big glass of water, and there was this girl that was twice the size of all of us in this room. That was like kind of fucking with Johnmark Wiley.
She was my bully.
And
I had a female bully. I'm
What
not
was her name?
You know, for the
we're
sake of
okay.
this broad.
We're okay.
First
Bro,
initial?
We don't need no.
Last name?
She's
she
listening
was-
now. She feels
She
bad.
was,
What's
she
her
was
last
huge
name?
bitch, is what she was. She was
Oh.
a big funky girl. She was a big funky girl with some red hair too, and not like cool red hair. It was mi vida loca turned over red hair. big girl, like way big girl, and she kept
She
pounding
was
on.
like
She was pounding.
Australopithecus.
Yes. Large Marge, Pee Wee Herman style, but like it was. You know, there you go. So Carl, Grunt, and myself looked at Johnmark Wiley. What are you doing, Johnmark? We should just throw that glass of fucking water on her. And he's like, what? Throw that glass of water right in your face, Johnmark Wiley.
Throw the glass of water in her face.
Just throw it. And Johnmark's like, what? Just throws this entire piss.
Being manipulated by the older, cooler kids.
And that's why I don't know about cooler, but when this wildebeest got mad, she stood up, was furious, and Johnmark did what all of us did.
Did she beat you up?
No, he ran. He ran good, and he ran just like you should. When you're a small guy like that, you only got one really good move. That's a quick hit, and get the fuck out of there. I'm complete.
You didn't hit her?
No, I just threw water in her face.
You should have slapped.
For constantly mocking me in class.
Mm-hmm.
Did she ever mock you again?
I don't remember it too much.
You know, high school is a fuzzy blur of pot smoke that, like, I don't quite know which pieces fit in where. I have all the memories, they're just not in correct order.
I was against marijuana for all of my life. Like, I tried it a couple times when I was 16, had a horrible experience, and was like against it.
I didn't really smoke weed in high school. I didn't start, like, first time I got, like, really started smoking weed was like I was 26 maybe.
Yeah, just like got into it.
Mine
was like 2
and I
years
still go
ago.
through phases where I get in and out of it.
Yeah, I can understand that. I very much appreciate that on January 1st it's going to be legal, and you can go into a store and buy it.
Yeah.
Is that gonna happen? Is that a thing?
Yeah, they have 10 locations already picked out that are already properly zoned.
Yeah.
That are already properly zoned. And on January 1st, those places will be allowed to sell marijuana.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I can't wait to take a picture.
I'm gonna go buy a lollipop and like.
No, just enjoy class. It's like just enjoy work. Enjoy the rest of work on a lollipop. They, yeah, man, Pueblo is the first county that has absolutely zoned it. Been prepared to.
In Colorado?
In Colorado.
Thank you.
Everyone else puts moratoriums on it. Springs has a moratorium on it because they're all waiting to see who's going to do it first because they're scared of failing. So Pueblo has taken the forefront and trying to be the first people in doing it, which is going to be awesome as far as I'm concerned. There should be,
There's going to be the
I just want to smoke a joint at a gay wedding. Is that too much to ask?
Right?
I want to smoke a joint at a gay wedding. What were you saying, Rebecca? I cut you off.
I don't know if I'd have one.
A gay wedding or joints?
Just a wedding.
I'm not saying you're a
If
gay
I
wedding.
did get married, I would really want a cheap-ass wedding, like
Yeah.
a potluck wedding, and then go on a really long honeymoon.
Yeah.
Are there, okay.
For a few years.
May I ask
And
your opinion as from a comedic standpoint? I apologize. Oh, I didn't lose it.
No.
Cool. From a
Absolutely
comedic
not.
standpoint, is there an off limits for my material towards a lesbian or the lesbian community?
Ooh.
I don't think there should be that limit within anything.
Any type
You
of
should be able to
stereotype.
No
prod people
censorship.
in their sore spots
So
all the time. That's what makes it
funny, right?
funny,
That's-
yeah.
So in that,
But
what
you make everyone feel equally insulted.
what
You know,
stereotype do
put down
you
everyone.
fit within your relationship?
I have no idea.
So if there's in the male world like a top or a bottom, in the female or the lesbian world, what is there? Like I don't want to
guess
say
it's the same thing.
I don't want to say the butch and the other word because I don't like saying the other word and that reference because I don't see that as like a relationship because they say it like a bitch and a butch. Which one's the bitch and the butch? And I don't see it that way.
Is that what it's referred to? I've never even heard
Get the
that.
fuck out of here!
I
You've
swear.
never heard the bitch and the butch?
The bitch and the
No.
butch.
So yeah, so
She's a new generation of lesbians.
oh yeah.
They're outside the box lesbians.
So, and this is like, all around the box. That's Johnmark
It's a
Wiley.
tetrahedron.
I don't even think
I
I
really
was.
think so.
So,
The sign.
would you say,
Wait, stop. Say what you just said one more time.
A tetrahedron?
You think it's a tetrahedron?
Yes.
I think my game just got so much better.
I
think you just blew my mind.
I could literally say that I don't know what a tetrahedron is in this instance. But since Johnmark Wiley said it blew his mind, can my mind equally be blown?
Go ahead.
I could draw it for you. I can't explain it very well.
What is it, 7-sided something?
It's like
13-sided?
a triangle with another triangle,
Oh,
but they're
okay.
both three-dimensional.
Oh, all right. I see what you're saying. Oh, and it goes, yeah. It's almost like a, 9, 10-sided die or something like that? 10-sided die. There we go. Wade's catching up. Sorry, marijuana. That's how lesbianism is?
Anything, any ism, right? They just all evolve. What isn't ism?
But the,
I read this.
What
the
is
question was,
No, go ahead.
if there's stereotypes.
But what isn't ism to you?
What is it? Racism is an ism to me because I have not only been a part of it, it exists every day in all of our eyes, I guess you could say.
Okay,
So that's
here's
a
something.
huge ism to me that I wish I was intelligent enough to attack through comedy. I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. And I hate it. Can't stand it. So, like, if I could attack that ism through my comedy, I would. I don't like to attack homosexuality through my comedy. What I do like to do, though, is use... I get hit on by more gay men than I do women. That's a
You send off
Really?
a vibe, Wade.
Yeah,
You send off a vibe, Wade.
It's everywhere I've gone.
You're well groomed. You always look nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that very much. And that
You're a little effeminate.
Yeah, I can totally understand. I've been hit on by more gay men than women for my entire life, and it's a subject that I feel like I can't broach sometimes in my comedy. And I don't know if I'm scared enough to do it, or I don't know if I offend doing it. So there was a bit that I wanted to do that it was actually told to me, don't do this bit because it seems like a gay man is actively trying to pursue straight men, like all the time. That is definitely a stigma that they
I
don't
think
want
that'd be
to
funny
resist.
though.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Something that's fascinating that I just found out is there's like within the gay community, there's all these little things that are like attractive to them, and they have something that's called like biddy bears, which a bear is like a large hairy guy, and biddy bears are short hairy guys.
Okay.
And I just kind of feel like honored because no group of women out there have ever been like, oh, short Jewish hairy men, that's a thing. I like that. Like, no woman ever.
There has to be like a subreddit of that.
I don't think
Somewhere.
but the fact that like the gay community has embraced my kind,
and labeled it a positive one and not a negative one. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like anytime in the traditional male-female relationship, which I actually like. I love to a certain extent gender roles. Especially in a traditional dating, I love holding a door open for a girl. But generally, like...
That's just being polite, though. Like, I would open the door for anybody.
I agree, but that's not...
Chivalry.
That's,
It's not dead.
It's dead. It is. I've displayed chivalry in false pretenses for most of my life.
I guess it's not completely dead.
Well, and
Somewhat
I use it in the right way now. So I'm going to say for the first 33 years of my life, I probably used it pretty much to get laid, and it was really good. But I was consistent with it at least. If I wasn't getting laid, I was still doing that at the same time.
Yeah.
Now it's just.
I think now this may be a little controversial. I don't think that men and women are equal. I think women are vastly superior. And I think in any male-female interaction, a woman's bringing more to the table than a guy is. So in order to counteract that, in order to make it worth her time, he needs to pick up the tab for sushi. He needs to pick her up. He needs to make sure to have a flower or a little note every once in a while, just because the woman's not getting as much out of it as the man is. In general, just in general. I feel like...
I have a whole bunch to say, but I'm interested to hear what you have to say about this.
Nothing really.
Nothing really. That's
But it's
cool.
interesting.
That's cool. For me, I agree that women are superior to men through different avenues, I guess. We definitely aren't equal. Men and women aren't equal in any way. We're just different. If there's a yin, there's a yang, they're the same thing. One's black, one's white. They're both different. And in no realm does different mean equal. Now, how women think, in my mind, are in curves. Women think in curves, up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, this is neither right nor wrong. This is just how women think.
Women perceive the world as differently, and I feel like the one of the huge points of our society is I assume that you're going for men think in straight lines.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Most definitive answer ever,
Well, it's a physical answer. It's our only physical answer. Women think at an emotional level where men don't think in that emotional level.
Did you get the water? I put that there.
I did get some water. Thank you.
Just now? Oh,
No, I've been drinking it.
I only use that as in men think at a physical level, in one straight line. It is hard for us, definitely, to think with our emotions on a consistent basis. That's why you say opening up the door as a polite gesture is us doing an emotional thing for a woman. That's part of our payment to go forward, because our physical gestures are how we live our life. When we make that cute little note, that's us on their plane. And we don't know as men how to adapt to their plane. That's why women have partially bypassed us, because women do know how to adapt to our plane, and they've proven that they can do it better than us. Fuck, they have. And shit is evolving right now. It is a painful evolution, because guys like myself have to admit, I'm not the center of the universe as much as I would like to
He
be.
said it, quoted right
right?
now.
Boom, there it is. What's the date? As much as I would like to think I am, but through that in itself, I do have to admit that, women try to check men and overstep their bounds in certain avenues and realms. And in those overchecking and in those steps, that's where guys have to get a fucking backbone again, and take a little bit back.
No, see, I
didn't know
disagree.
this was a therapy session.
It's not a therapy
I
session.
disagree.
That's just my opinion.
I feel that.
I'll take it. It's cool.
Alright, okay, good. I'm not sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's okay. You're hilarious to me, because you put some quick witty shit up through certain situations. So if you ever decided to get on the
I'm gonna
microphone,
chime in there.
scare the shit out of a lot of people, because you probably have some funny ass shit to say. Very creative person. What a
Thank
fucking
you.
surprise. Yeah, absolutely. I'll take it. I just like to fight back too. That's all. But I'm sorry, John. Go ahead.
I think I feel like I lost my train. No, I don't know. I'm just kind of. I feel like we can evolve as a society, and still go in any direction. I can be under a female president, under female control, House and Senate.
I agree.
I feel like, but at the same time, still hold the door open for a girl just out of tradition.
I agree.
There's some traditions that we've been doing for years, and there's kind of a nicety in it. I know this sounds like an old Jewish grandmother. It's there's kind of a nicety in certain traditions that we all do, and every year whether you're Jewish or Catholic or whatever, you celebrate Easter. It doesn't matter.
So there's always the internal conflict between men and women in relationships that we have in general, and you have those same struggles, I would assume, in your relationships. So it's not just men and women, like men think in a straight line, women think in a curve. In your relationship, how would that dynamic work, I guess?
Then we'd be on the same wavelength. Yes, for the most part.
Do you... I apologize.
Just thinking in the same way.
Yeah.
And finding that connection. It's more of an emotional relationship than a physical relationship.
Which is depth, obviously. And that's what I'm saying, girls can move past men.
Yeah, no. Men are not capable of the level of depth of women, so
We're not.
I'm sorry, we're just not
It took me a long time.
We're shut off.
It took me a long time to admit that. It was
And it's the main cause of, because every time there's any conflict, a female is upset and a guy just doesn't want to deal with it. He just wants her to stop being upset. He doesn't want to like explore the emotion or talk about it for 5 minutes.
Definitive. Well,
he just wants to be like, I'll get her flowers.
And I was under that, but in this right here, I do have different opinions because evolutionary. If I look at this from a pure scientific, thank you very much, scientific realm, women, it's their job to check us. It's a woman's job to check us. It's their job to make sure that we're being an alpha male.
Yeah.
If they didn't do that, then this world wouldn't revolve. I mean, that's like through our heterosexuality. It's their job to say, are you doing this correctly? That's why, hey, keep on your game, and we need that. Don't get me wrong. We absolutely need that. Problem is, a lot of women get greedy with that because, like you say, in relationships, there's that power struggle. And in that power struggle, men are more than willing to give over that power for pussy, for play. And a lot of women keep checking me, keep checking me, keep checking me. In that, I don't play that keep checking game. So if I feel that a girl is going to check me, I'm still going to open up the door for her, but I definitely will not be scared to tell her about how I feel about her.
See.
And it's a different line of thought. It's a new line of thought. And because I let it go. Yeah,
no, that's fine.
It's a new line of thought for me because for me, myself, I never really thought of a woman's emotions connected to sex for the longest time. Forever. For 35 fucking years. I never thought of it that way. I was always told women are emotional about sex, but I never related that at all personally, I guess. And in that translation, us as men are juvenile little squirrels with our emotions. You're right, Johnmark Wiley. We just run all over the fucking place, and we really don't care because it's not any of our concern.
Yeah.
And you are right. Like women with that emotion, that's the next step, right? Harnessing everything evolutionarily, like being at peace with our minds, so we can evolve together as a society. Get rid of.
I mean, okay. Here's something. The sperm counts in men have been on a steady decline since we've been able to study sperm counts in men.
Okay.
Women, through technology, are less than 30 years away from female birth. That means
kind of awesome.
Your girlfriend.
There's gonna be babies in me everywhere. Just kidding.
That would be awesome. Wait, that would be awesome.
Oh.
Could you make a hetero one though for the rest of us guys? That way we could be,
No.
That'd be great for us on this side of the fence as well.
No, that's weird though. The child will be born female though. It's like.
It happens in other species. Like it's not completely.
Yeah, and every once in a while the male species dies. Okay. Like throughout history, it's really rare to see the female of a species die off. But throughout history, occasionally the male species dies off. Like the anglerfish, the male species is a little parasite that was equal to her, but now just like grows on her. It just grows on her. It's like a parasite that feeds on her. Hey, let's go out with a bang. Like, I feel like this world would, I know this sounds so cliche, but I feel like if all the men just started dying off, a lot of the world's problems would die off.
I agree with you in that aspect because our power.
That's pretty true.
I agree.
It's like, okay, you want to talk about.
The way that I look at it is women have been in control of society for how long?
Yes.
And we have, the only thing we can do is fuck it up. What's that?
Yeah, we're just.
Did you hear that?
It don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter. You're good. Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm sorry. And we fucked it up.
It's okay.
We fucked it up good. So maybe we should turn it over. My problem is it just needs to be equal when we do it.
No, see, that's just it. It's like when you no. When you go off the road, on a dirt road, you've got to overcorrect.
Don't kill me.
There needs to be a revolution. It's like when you go off a dirt road, you've got to overcorrect. So like we're driving on the side of the road. It's too much of a
I
male-oriented
agree.
society. We gotta overcorrect, let women like rise up and kill most of us off and keep us as slaves for like 10, 20 years, and then there will be a revolution, and then it'll be balanced.
And that, guys, if you think that sounds like a good idea of being women's slaves for how long?
20 years.
That's
tops.
a horrible idea.
That's a
They
wonderful.
got and we've earned it. Don't get me wrong, we've earned that.
Sounds like a great idea.
But I don't. That doesn't mean I want to do it.
Well,
like,
you know,
can't we just like
You gotta pay your dues.
just
Like maybe, but I gotta do it.
I believe Danae Estar is probably one of the most qualified.
What if in
leaders,
30
but-
years there was a battle of the sexes because the men were fighting?
Is that the next world war?
Yeah.
Is that the next revolution? Like John Wiley speaks. Like,
No, we're just gonna die off, all of us. There's
Yeah.
no way. We got like.
You don't think women could just overthrow men?
Well, yeah, but by the time they did it, the oceans will be poisoned, the sky will be poisoned, everyone will have cancer and be dying. Like by the
Oh
time
my god.
they get control.
Mutated
He's pretty.
lesbians. That sounds scary. Even a
Mutated
lesbians. Irradiated mutant lesbians.
Walking around Pueblo, Colorado.
Don't-
That's what
Don't blame me, I voted for Kodos.
Yeah. Speaking, I think women leadership is definitely needed. I think it's not only needed but encouraged now, at least in Pueblo.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know about anywhere else.
No, but there's still, like, as far as, like, we say Pueblo's progressive, we also hang out at, like, art shows and at, like
Very
comedy
true.
clubs.
Very
There is a lot of places in Pueblo that is still like,
Uh,
kill damn queers.
And that's
you know.
obvious. I want to say
Still-
half of it was obvious through the recall election.
Oh.
It sucks that Angela
Hillbilly
Malone
vote.
got recalled. Jerry Carter did bring up a very valid point. It did prove that Pueblo just wasn't a Democrat-heavy place, though. It showed that
it
Pueblo.
seems
I had
like
such
we-
a hard time voting. I don't even know if my vote got counted.
Oh, right. It's
Because I was out of the county, so I had to do a different ballot.
and you have to go through a different process.
And it takes like 4 days.
Ugh.
And then they knew the results the next day. Like, it wasn't gonna
That's a
really
weird little
matter.
thing.
It's really interesting, like, the Pueblo's demographic, though, that we have, like, people think of it as Democratic just because we're, have a lot of activists, the Democrats are very active.
Well,
And
basically.
then the Republicans that are in this town are just, like, default, basically, Republicans who aren't active,
Well,
who just feel the way they feel.
as well, the majority of the people that voted in Pueblo, Colorado for the longest amount of time were old people. And the elderly of Pueblo. And for the majority
fuck
of the
the elderly.
elderly of Pueblo were Republican based. They're all about it.
Anyone who, oh God, I was gonna say something
Yes.
terrible about the elderly, but no.
No. I like that you can bag on your Jewish heritage as well, sir. I really do.
What are you talking about?
That's so.
No, it's like I'm so emphasis on the issue. It's like not even fair. Like honestly, I'm telling this podcast the honest truth. The majority of me is Irish, but I just like look Jewish enough, and I can do the accents.
The bottle clap guys is dope.
It's like-
There's a lot of Jewish comedians.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
As of late,
yeah.
like,
Well,
last
as
10 years.
always,
It's been-
it's like they say allegedly that the
We
Jews
run
have a
wall-
lot to do with.
We run walls. We got into this country. We had nothing but our smarts, and we were like, where can we go to get the most influence? We're like, some of us are gonna go to Hollywood, and we're gonna control that motherfucker, and some of us are gonna go to Wall Street and control that motherfucker. And now we're doing okay.
And
We're doing
that's
fine.
Yeah, well, they don't look like slaves of Egypt anymore or anything.
Hey,
like that.
because of that whole Holocaust. Not that I'm saying it was a good
I
thing,
love it. Yeah,
This is
but
so
because of the whole
controversial. Oh
of the
my God.
Holocaust dealing.
I just
Now-
love each other.
Nothing we do, everyone just loves us. They're like, oh my God, the Jews, they're so sweet.
Well, when the very first time I found out I was racist was in Las Vegas, and it was an old New York Jewish woman who kind of confirmed that racism. It's very specific towards elderly people, rich elderly Jewish people from New York that come to Las Vegas and eat in my restaurant. I do. They are
Just
some
that
of the
one group of
meanest-
people.
No,
Fuck 'em.
no. It was consistently the 4 years, every time that type of party came in, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah.
They were just mean.
Yeah, I
They would
know.
complain. They would try to get you fired for a free dessert that was already free. Like, weird shit. And they were fucking just rude, and you would bust your ass to try to be so nice. And it just got to the point where, like, man, motherfucker, I cannot deal with it. I think I might be a little bit racist
Ah.
against these people.
I'm a little bit racist.
You know what?
Yeah.
Can we just be honest?
Equally, towards a
Yeah.
lot of people.
Yeah.
Most people.
Yeah.
I think generally human beings just want to hate each other. So like throwing things like racism, like, oh, it's wrong to be racist.
I really don't. Like, I give people the benefit of the doubt, usually.
You're young. You're naive.
You're young.
People are dirtbags. Like the vast majority of people in the
But I
world
really don't take it personally.
are
Like,
dirtbags.
I'm a
whatever.
piece of
It's their
garbage,
own
and I
will.
know basically everybody along this world.
Yeah, but I
is a
know
piece
you
of
and like
garbage.
you. So basically, if I were to somehow become friends with every human being on Earth, I'd be okay with it once I got to know you. But since I don't know you, just based on how you act, I kind of think you're a tool.
Well, so racism is an
Kinda
exploitation in my mind of our natural reaction.
Revenge.
What's that? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, what type of tool?
What type of tool?
Well, the
Huh.
insult calling someone a tool has a double-edged sword because one, you're calling them like a tool of society. You know, like you're calling them as just being, easily manipulated. That's like one metaphor. Like, you're just being used like as a pawn for someone else's
The
game.
cog.
Yeah, but the other
Machine.
tool just generally means like genitals, like a man's genitals, which in any form has been an insult for hundreds of thousands of years.
Well,
People would
and
call
not
each
only
other
that, but it's
pecker.
the ugliest
Such
fucking
a
thing in the
phallic
world. Could you just?
stool.
It's a
thick
weird-looking
8-vein cock?
thing.
No, thick 8-vein cocks are not
Ugh.
attractive.
Well, no, it's just so weird.
It's like,
It's so weird, like if you look at a man naked and you look at a woman naked side by side, like it looks like, oh, God's doing a good job. He's got, it looks like they matter. Like, what is that thing? It's just hanging there.
For me, it's you look at it and it's this thing that's a chore now rather than a pleasure.
Oh my God.
It's just like it's like having another dog. That's all it is. You just have to take care of this fucking thing. And that's and for me,
You get circumcised. It takes care of itself.
I wish, dude. I am circumcised for fuck's sake. Dude, I wish it would take care of itself. It would be nice. That would have kept me out of a lot of trouble for a while.
Oh, yeah. See, I thought you meant
was Jesus
keep it.
circumcised?
Huh?
I would say no. I don't.
Wait, what was the question?
Was Jesus circumcised? He's Jewish. Yeah, he was.
Jesus never existed.
Oh!
He's a composite that was created at the First Ecumenical Council of Trent.
Okay, sis.
What are you doing?
He was a composite of 23 other fables at the First Ecumenical Council of Trent. He was a made-up story with a good intention, because the First Ecumenical Council of Trent was like, we need a system
He's a
of
good
morals.
guy. Jesus
And-
was a good guy.
And people believed these stories. People had heard these stories for hundreds and hundreds of years of this character in so many different forms and names. See the movie Zeitgeist.
Mind you, this is
I've
a
seen
Jewish guy saying Jesus doesn't exist.
Really?
So, I mean, take that
Jews
with
don't
a grain-
exist either.
Take that with a grain of salt.
Nothing exists. You're in the Matrix.
Right. No, religion is definitely a touchy subject in this town for a lot of people, in this state for a lot of people, and
Well,
It
it's
doesn't bother me.
no,
it's really
No
weird.
matter what people say their religion is, like,
Mhm.
I'm not really
and it shouldn't.
afflicted
It
by it
really
in any
shouldn't.
way.
I'm gonna share some. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No,
I'm gonna share
I find
something
it
really
interesting,
personal.
but-
Like I recently, like 4 days ago, I'm a believer in like hippie church, like Universal Life Church,
Yeah.
and the Unitarians maybe. Also the Church of Spiritual Humanism.
He's saying
Spiritual
that because
humanism.
he is an adorned an
Yeah, and I had to
ordained
read it.
minister.
I had to read it off my wall.
That's his minister.
I have my plaque up there.
That's how important he is.
By the power that invested in me in universallifechurch.com.
How much did that cost you?
It was like $23.
That's
But no, this guy sends me letters, and he makes sure that you pick some life work to do. And the reason he I volunteer at the recycling cleanup thing every
Yeah.
year, and I was like, oh well, I volunteer at a recycle cleanup, and he was like, environmental stewardism is like our main thing. So
Oh.
bam, you're done.
Nice.
You just have to do some sort of volunteer work. And
Nice.
I paid for the big packet, so the $23 was like.
The big packet was $23.
I got marriage certificates. I can marry you two right now. I can have a notary here in like 20 minutes.
No,
Done.
No, I'm like
Done.
taking out a life insurance plan.
Done.
At the same time. We're gonna be the life insurance place.
You know what? I have the power from Universal Life. Without your consent,
so
bam, you're married.
Johnmark just married.
I just damn.
And now
No, I'm joking. I do not have that power granted to me by universallife.com
I think that would.
or its affiliates.
I know quickly.
Churchofuniversallife.com.
She's got a sweet lady
What
friend.
if-
Oh, I didn't even tell you my story.
That's all right. Go ahead.
But I was almost in a really bad car accident like 4 days ago. Like I almost got hit really bad, and in a split second, right before the semi turned, and it still hit us, but it wasn't bad. Like fucking semi coming at you like that,
What day
really
was this
fast.
on, might I ask? Saturday?
Saturday.
How weird.
I like did a really quick prayer. Dear Jesus, save me, and I'll be a Christian. And then like, I was like, fuck. What do I have to do? Change my fucking Facebook profile for like, you know, a few months? Like I was like, oh my god.
What if it changed automatically? I think we're
It's
gonna
default.
get to that.
It's default Christian. You know what I think? A lot of people in this world are what, you know, default whatever religion they were raised in. You know, like I'm an atheist, I'm an agnostic, I'm a scientist, I believe in, you know, no, you see a semi flying at you, you think you've got only 2 seconds of life left,
Christian.
you yell out Jesus' name. It's messed up because like I thought I was pretty firm in my believing Jesus was a myth, but I just prayed to him the other day. Like I was like, oh no!
I was raised to be a preacher, a leader of men in the church, and it took me. I've had a long theological battle with myself over the past couple of years because of all that great. But I'll never be foolish enough to say that there isn't a God, but I'll never be foolish enough to say that there is one either.
That's why I like deism as a religion.
That's a good way
Thomas
of
Jefferson was a deist. Religious belief. Rebecca Vigil. Is there a God, Rebecca Vigil?
I don't know. I know there's a particle or many particles that I don't know. It's just all energy, right? Positive, negative energy, and some energy is more. I don't know. It's different.
Under the Higgs boson.
Maybe conscious energy.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Do you think
I don't
that
know if
Higgs
there's something that
boson
controls that.
collider has like?
I don't think it hates me for that.
Oh yeah. There you
will
go.
like condemn me. That's just weird.
Isn't it? Isn't that a little creepy? Just
Totally creepy.
Like.
But he loves you.
Like I've got friends and I don't demand their fealty, you know. And if they were like my child, like I don't know. That's my parents are like that.
I say I'm a hardcore Christian.
Yeah. 3 more minutes if you want, guys. It's up to you. You guys see?
Are you gonna? You just gonna put this whole thing up
What's
on
your
the
religious
blog?
belief?
Yeah, up on Facebook.
Who's gonna want to listen to that?
I'm gonna listen to it
I
at
don't
least
even
80 times.
Believe it or not.
We're gonna
Believe it or
reach
not.
I feel like this was
81
one of the
at
bad ones. I
least.
feel like we should do another one. I feel like this.
We can keep going.
We just-
an
Should
hour
we start
10.
beatboxing?
No, an hour 10 minutes. It's at 48 minutes now. So like
Okay.
normally it takes like 10 to 15 minutes for
Everybody
to
go
wrap up,
around.
so, like,
We only have time for like maybe one more thing.
I'm
Everybody go
probably gonna
around.
need an hour to wrap up.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. See.
Like
But
a
no.
mummy.
So like the very
Every-
first
Cheap
one.
mummy.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Everybody tell one
Mommy.
sort of really weird porno that you've seen recently.
Oh
Go.
man.
Recently?
Or like fairly recently.
It just makes me think of a movie called Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Love. That was kind of like a porno.
Was that
Nice.
on like Cinemax or something?
It could have been. I watched the DVD
You watched it?
on
did you?
Netflix. Yeah, that's
Cannibal
an actual movie.
Oh, it's on
And-
Netflix.
And the
It's
avocado.
rated R.
What the fuck? That don't count. It's rated
No, hey, no,
R.
that counts.
It might be NA. I don't know. XX.
I feel like the movie she's referring to is very, very,
NC-17.
very. There's like 500 tits in that movie.
Is
There's
there
a lot of
is there a
bugs.
money shot?
No.
Is there a money shot in the entire thing?
No. And we.
No.
Then it's not a porno.
Well,
So it
it's not
has to be a
porno.
money shot?
technically,
What if
technically,
there's
yeah.
no money shot?
I think we
There's
should,
a lot
as
of-
a society, get away from the money shots.
is Playboy. Playboy's not porno. It's just it's.
The money shot is insulting,
Comes-
and like now porno.
I don't mean
all
money
porno
shot on
has
the
to
face.
have-
I mean
saw
money
this
shot.
late night-
Period. I
Oh,
mean
just
like
climax.
the act of sex is finished.
There's a late night Cinemax movie that I saw when I was 10, and this lady,
Did
she
it
kept
turn you
having
gay?
no.
Have you ever seen a porno?
It turned me against aliens though.
What the fuck?
But she would get abducted every night by this guy, and they would have sex every night. And then he started like coming to her in her waking life, and it was an alien.
Have you ever seen a real porno?
Yes, I have.
Are you sure? What's in a real? No, I'm just kidding. What's a real porn? Like,
Okay, the money shot.
what's a gross?
Okay,
porn?
see, the one I was gonna pick doesn't have the money shot either. I was just realized the one I was gonna pick.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, so what? Here's the
Am I just a
thing.
pervert?
Here's
Is
the
that what's
thing.
going on here?
It's on the
apologize if
internet.
That's the case.
This girl comes in. She's always just like the prettiest, weirdest girl you can find. You know, hot, attractive woman comes in and she takes off all her clothes, like kind of like fun, and then she blows up a balloon, like a with air, and then she ties it, and then she sits on it till it pops naked. And that's kind
I
of
don't
like.
even want to describe like the shit that I've seen lately.
See, I
That
just-
was,
I
this
think it's-
morning.
and it's
I feel
like-
like what I saw this morning is worse than what both of you have like.
Oh, you can't watch
I feel-
porno in the morning
I feel
during the
bad.
day.
Like I feel like either an adult.
Yeah,
or just
well-
I'm gonna be an old creepy man. I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be naked, living across the street from a college, waiting for like the tennis team to get done with practice, and I'm gonna be naked
Oh my god.
with my cock in my hand, and then
It's
it's
just-
call the cops. It's
It's just really cute, and like popping the balloon kind of hurts her butt a little bit, and it's just like, and then that's the end of the video. And you subscribe for like, no, I'm joking.
the fuck are we? There is no like the porno that I watch. I feel like is
I did
porno.
watch an Olympic. She's a runner. She warmed up in slow motion. Does that count?
Ah,
It's hot to me, like, but I
You
don't
should
think
watch
that's
it.
a fucking. No, I'm scared.
Was
I
that
don't want to get an
porno?
erection in front of you. That'd be horrible. That's oh, see,
You guys hear
I'll
someone
get an
laughing?
erection in front of you though.
It's like a
lady.
creepy clown over
That was
there.
a creepy something. There was a creepy mom that just walked into like the
Yeah.
dojo.
that was creepy. Creepy shit's happening. I hope you don't like
This
people
building-
play back this
you
video
know
and
what?
like hear voices on it and stuff, because supposedly my apartment is haunted.
Have you ever had any creepy things happen to you in this building? I've had when I
Dude.
lived here, I had a couple creepy things happen to me.
There's somebody always in the bathroom. There's always shadows in the bathroom. So,
Really?
Yeah, but I've just ignored them. Like
I
I
would
no
get
longer.
notes under my door.
And you know what? It's not shadows. What
You
I
get notes
Mhm.
and blood.
from Ghost.
Oh, that'd be cool. No. But
What
You
was
could
it
get
in?
notes
Number
under your
two.
door.
Notes were like from girls that were in the apartment building, and then I would have to like leave a note in like a tree or something like that. I would never do it. Obviously, it was just.
Are you sure that was just a chick who was into you?
It could have been a dude.
in his underwear.
Mm-hmm. Thinking ahead. Was that a ghost right there? Is that what you did with your little?
I was just looking back there. No, it's not Ghost. Like I've decided that it's actually, now that I've had the couch here for like a year, I thought it was a ghost, but I think what happens if you leave the bathroom light on for too long, one of the light bulbs like goes dimmer and then goes brighter real quick.
Ah.
And then in my peripheral vision, I'll see it. I'll see like what I think is a shadow
That's
or
so
someone
creepy.
moving, because there's just a slight discerning of air.
I like the chandelier.
Yeah, they like the chandelier. I like the new setup. I'm really
Yeah.
excited about
It looks really.
instead of living like a 12-year-old who won the lottery, just in a pile of my own like
right. Bill,
video
That's
games
how I
and
decorated my
DVDs
first
and
apartment. It was great.
you're one
It's
of the
like inflatable furniture
rare
and
girls that
like
loves video games.
a pot, please.
video
yes,
games.
You love video games.
I love video
You want to hear
games.
something weird? Like, except for classic Mario, I'm in no way into video games. Like,
They're
I'm a-
such a
I'm a
cool
murderer.
medium to tell stories. And if
Classic
people
Mario?
do it right, they're amazing.
yeah. See, and you know what? I don't know,
What video games do you like?
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm playing a pinball game,
Okay.
which is extremely addicting. So I love pinball,
So am I, OG.
and I don't have a pinball machine, but it like does it justice.
Did you play
Pretty
any
sweet.
Call of Duties?
No,
That's right, you did, because you get murdered.
I
Sorry.
do not.
I would
I'm
murder
actually
you on
decent
Call of
Modern
Duty.
Warfare 2. No
No,
way.
yeah.
My best game is 75-3.
That ain't shit. Shit.
That is
Do you-
not shit.
That ain't shit.
My overall
Do you want-
GP is like almost 3.
Do you know what game I could school both
That
of you
ain't
on?
shit. You know I'm a murderer, right? You know
I
when
will
like
play you
12-year-old
any day.
boys see these
Any
hands,
day.
they fucking
Any
run.
day.
Oh, I had to retire.
I'm not
I had to
scared at all.
retire.
No.
I had to retire after
Okay.
they busted Jerry
Wait,
Sandusky.
wait,
I was
wait.
the next
I'm
most wanted
playing
man
Wade.
for killing kids online, man.
Okay,
Oh.
what are you talking
I want to
about?
see
Call
your
of Duty.
record. I'm cool
Okay,
with you.
Wade,
I think
Wade's
we're
good at Call of Duty, everybody.
Not
Okay.
only good.
Can I tell you what game I could school both you on?
What's that?
Super Mario World Part 2, Yoshi's Island. Super Nintendo, I've got it right
I will
here.
fight you, John.
No, seriously, like I'm probably the best in the state at Super Mario Super Mario World Part 2 from Super Nintendo, Yoshi's Island. Like, I mean, there's this guy up in Denver, Johnny. He might be a little bit better than me, but like I'm second in the state.
Johnny's coming to the party too.
Is he? Huh?
I just talked to him yesterday.
Wait, Johnny who?
Anyway,
Okay.
what's your favorite video game?
Call of Duty. Well, my
Which
original was SOCOM. I was a SOCOM guy, which came out probably before you were into video games.
What's Johnny's
That's
last
cool.
name?
But which?
Call
of
but
Duty.
the last one I played was the first Black Ops.
Okay.
And I was the highest ranked killer in the state. I had more kills than anybody in the state when I was playing for the first 8 months. In Demolition, that was my thing. My highest.
Demolition's very.
Yeah, my highest KD ever, like in a match, and I did it 3 times in a row, was 150. 3 times in a row in Demolition, and my death rate was like, I want to say 20, 50, 10. I'm a maniac. I'm a killing machine. I've been programmed since I was a child to kill things in video games. That's what it is like SOCOM 2, but I haven't played any of the new ones, but I'm sure it's the same. Plus, I don't want to say guys are better than girls at video games because I've never played too many girls at video games. So I'm biased. I don't.
I often get mistaked for like a 12-year-old boy.
I'm sure. If you killed me continually, I would get pissed. But
Oh,
seeing
yeah,
as how
my-
it never happened, I mean, that's cool.
Like a little pink heart and like some chick with a sweet
Never,
icon.
it's never happened. Never happened. I teach lessons. I don't take them in Call of Duty Black Ops. I'm down to take lessons anywhere else though.
It's weird.
I
I
don't really
played
like Black Ops.
I played Star Trek Online for a while.
Is there a Star Trek online?
Star Trek Online, and it's a multiverse. It
Okay.
really is, and it's completely dominated by South Korea. Like
Really?
honestly,
That's their thing.
if every country had a vote per person, South Korea would be the majority. And you know these kids are brutal about it. And like I initially went into it without like too much respect, saying, "Oh, these kids are just getting into a game. They don't love Star Trek like I love Star Trek." But like you know, just messaging those kids. Those kids know their shit. So there's like a whole
Oh my
bunch
gosh.
of kids from South Korea who, because of Star Trek Online, because they're just insane gamers in South Korea.
Is that like the most important thing America has given to like the rest of the world?
That you know,
Star
in
Trek?
Hollywood,
Yeah, that's a very good tool. It is.
I mean, like seriously, I mean, there's other places like I know, India also has like a really thriving
South Korea
film,
does as well.
Film,
South
South
Korea
Korea. But you know, like everybody gets our movies everywhere.
It's
China
very true.
are like you know the China adores everything that comes out of Hollywood, and like grown families go to children's movies like all the time, and it's like you know they love it. They're more into Disney than we are.
What's your favorite?
Disney
movie?
supported Adolf Hitler. Go ahead.
So did
That's because
Hollywood.
their children make it.
Oh my God! Yeah, their
Yeah,
kids sew the shit together.
What's your favorite movie, Johnmark Wiley?
Ooh, my favorite movie is a cross between Reservoir Dogs and The Little Mermaid.
That's pretty diverse. That's two pretty
Both.
good
Okay,
genres.
do you know what makes a good movie? Brilliant dialogue.
That's true.
Brilliant dialogue, a good soundtrack, and a believable story.
And The Little Mermaid fits those three.
Yes, of course it does. Fuck you, Wade.
All right, whatever. You, Miss Rebecca.
If there's
Waking
more,
Life?
Yeah, Waking Life.
Richard
yeah, brilliant film.
Linklater?
Oh, Linklater.
Linklater.
Yeah, Linklater. I've not watched that movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Watch
that's
that
surprising. Oh, fuck.
Wade,
Yeah, Waking Life.
best movie.
And Showgirls.
Ooh, come here. You know what? That's an awesome little, I'll take Showgirls. Showgirls.
Okay, you gotta pick two now, Wade.
No, Glory for the longest time was like one of my favorite movies. But then it's, oh, no, I didn't know that. It's all the problems. God damn it, I love the view of Pueblo, Colorado. So,
Don't I have an awesome view?
man.
We're filming from the lovely Johnmark's apartment.
Yeah, it is, he just gives a stunning view of, Pueblo, Colorado.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
And the blocks, you
Colorado.
can see the blocks perfectly from here. That's like,
Hello, Colorado.
Pueblo.
Pueblo.
You know, a lot of people, I bag on Pueblo in my act when I go out of town because that's the.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm gonna
immediately-
go.
Oh yeah, well you came. Yeah, that's you came last time, didn't you, or the time before? The time before, I think.
Yeah, this time before.
That was a fun time. That was a crowded night, though. That was a busy night. I think this night's gonna be busy too. We got a lot of people already signed up. Got a couple of first timers that are
Where's that gonna be?
at the downtown bar.
Tonight?
No, next Wednesday.
Okay.
October 30th, and like there's gonna be prizes for costumes and everything like that too. So. Yay!
Sounds spooktacular.
Do you guys want to say hello or shout out to anybody? For any reason?
Shout out to
I guess
Ellen Page.
who?
Who she wants.
Who?
I spoke over you. I didn't hear you.
Oh, Ellen Page.
Oh, she's beautiful. Give her a shout out.
Sarah Crow.
Give Sarah a shout out.
Muhammad.
Muhammad. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
whatever.
Most males' names.
That is the most dominant. Yeah, the most common male name is Muhammad in the world. Johnmark Wiley.
Yes, shout outs. I suppose all my homies on the west side.
There you go.
Holla. Anybody
biatch.
who's drinking a 40 right now.
That'd be me. So wasted.
And to Tally.
You know who you are.
Tally. All right, guys.
Tally ho.
That's all.
Tally who?
I'll shut this off now. Guys, thank you very
All right,
much.
thank
I
you so
edited
much.
up. It'll probably come out on Sunday.
Edit it down to like 15 minutes.
No, it'll like, believe it or not, no lie, the